not what ye do. Attend to me and share a laugh or two, for I have a song to sing. Oh, sing your song. It is sung to the moon by a lovelorn loon who fled from the mocking throng. Oh, it's the song of a merry man moping mum, whose soul was sad and whose glance was glum, who sipped no sup and who craved no crumb, as he sighed for the love of a lady.
Song to sing. Oh,
what is your song? Oh,
it is sung with the ring of a song's maid sing, who love with a love lifelong. Oh, it's a song of a merry maid clearly proud, who loved alone and who laughed aloud at the moan of the merry man moping mum, whose soul was sad and whose glance was glum, who sipped no sup and who craved no crumb, as he sighed for the love of a lady. Lady, misery me like a lady. He sipped no sup and he craved no crumb, as he sighed for the love of a lady.
Of giggling girls. The Mikado, who has decreed that anyone caught flirting must be executed, and Coco, a cheap tailor, has been convicted of this heinous crime after flirting with his ward Yum Yum. The gentlemen in town have elevated Coco to the position of Lord High Executioner, figuring he'd have to cut off his own head first, saving them from the same fate. Yum Yum, however, loves Nanki Poo, a musician who is really the son of the Mikado of Japan and is in disguise to hide from the bloodthirsty, elderly, and amorous Katisha, who has claimed his hand in marriage. Oh, so much backstory, it makes my head spin. In this scene, Coco introduces his bride-elect to Pish Tush and Pooh Bah, two pompous gentlemen, and hilarity ensues.
3 little maids from school are we, pert as a schoolgirl that can be, filled to the brim with girlish glee. 3 little maids from school, everything is a source of fun. Nobody's safe, but we care for none. Life is a joke that has just begun. 3 little maids from school. marching us Turtelleri. Three little maids from school, three little maids from school. One little maid is a bride young come, two little maids in attendance come, three little maids at the doctor's song, three little maids from school. Three little maids take one OB, two little maids remain and they won't have to wait very long, they say. Three little maids from school, three little maids from school, three little maids who Holland where they come from lady seminary, three from genius to Tulare. Three little maids from school, three little maids from school.
At last, my bride that is to be.
Well, you're not going to kiss me in front of all these people.
Well, that was the idea.
Go away, little girls! Can't talk to little girls like you. Go away. There's dears.
Allow me to present to you Poobah and Pish-Tush. These are my three wards. The one in the middle is my bride-elect.
What do you want me to do to them? Mind, I will not kiss them.
No, no. You shan't kiss them. A little bow, a mere nothing. You needn't mean it, you know?
It goes against the grain. They are not young ladies, they are young persons.
Come, come. Make an effort. There's a good nobleman.
Well, I shan't mean it. How do you do, little girls? How do you do?
That's very good.
I see nothing to laugh at. It is very painful to me to have to say, howdy do, little girls, howdy do, to young persons.
I am not in a habit of saying howdy do, little girls, howdy do, to anybody under the rank of stockbroker.
Don't laugh at them. They can't help it. They're under treatment for it. Never mind them. They don't understand the delicacy of your position.
We know how delicate it is, don't we?
I should think we did. How noblemen of your importance can do it at all is a thing I never can, never shall understand.
So we much regret if we have failed in etiquette. To one of a rank so high, we shall know better by and by. When youth, of course, must have instincts so pardon us, so pardon us. And don't think girls with happy spring be hard on us if we're inclined to dance and sing. Tra-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la, of course, must have instincts so pardon us and don't think girls with happy spring be hard. But of course, must have instincts so pardon us, tra-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la-la,
I think you ought to recollect you cannot show too much respect. Oh, tiny times so few, but nobody does, and why should you? That youth that us should have its fling is hard on us, to
our prerogative. We fling so hard and us so far than us. If we delight to dance and sing tra la 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 la, tra la 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 la.
Would go to the altar if she knew all. When I think of a merry, happy, and free young girl, I think people really marry far too much. It is such a lottery after all. I digress. Coco has really muffed things up. It has been discovered that when a man is executed for flirting, his wife must be buried alive. Yum Yum is not keen, and Coco, who couldn't execute a fly, refuses to behead either himself or Nanky Poo. He sends Nanky Poo and Yum Yum off to be secretly wed. When Katusha finds out, she erupts like Mount Fuji and condemns Coco to death by boiling oil. His only way of saving himself is to convince Katusha to marry him.
Katusha?
The miscreant who robbed me of my love. But vengeance pursues. They are heating the cauldron.
Katusha, behold, a suppliant at your feet. Katusha, mercy!
Mercy? Have you mercy on him? See here, you. You have slain my love. He did not love me, but he would have loved me in time. I am an acquired taste. Only an educated palate can appreciate me. I was educating his palate when he left me. Well, he is dead, and where shall I find another? It takes years to teach a man to love me. Am I to go through the weary round again, and at the same time implore mercy for you, who has robbed me of my prey? I mean, my pupil. Just as his education was reaching the point of completion. Where shall I find another?
Here?
What?
Here, Katusha. For years I have loved you with a white-hot passion that is slowly but surely consuming my very vitals. Ah, shrink not from me. If there is aught of woman's mercy in your heart, turn not from a lovesick suppliant whose every fiber thrills at your tiniest touch. True it is that, under a poor mask of disgust, I have endeavored to conceal a passion whose fires are broiling the soul within me. But this fire will not be smothered. It defies all attempts at extinction and, breaking forth all the more eagerly for its long restraint, it declares itself in words that will not be weighed, that cannot be schooled, and should not be too severely criticized. Katusha, I dare not hope for your love, but I will not live without it. Darling.
You, whose hands still reek with the blood of my betrothed, dare to address words of passion to the woman you have so foully wronged?
I do? Accept my love, or I perish on the spot.
Go to. Who knows so well as I that no one ever yet died of a broken heart?
You know not what you say. Listen. On a tree by the river, a little Tom Tit sang willow, tit-willow, tit-willow. And I said to him, Dicky bird, why do you sit singing willow, tit-willow, tit-willow? Is it weakness of intellect, birdie, I cried, or a rather tough worm in your little inside? With a shake of his poor little head, he replied, oh, willow, tit-willow, tit-willow. He slapped at his chest as he sat on that bough, singing, singing, willow, tit-willow, tit-willow. And a cold perspiration bespangled his brow. Oh, willow, tit-willow, tit-willow. He sobbed and he sighed, and a gurgle he gave. Gurgle! He plunged himself into the billowy wave, and an echo arose from the suicide's grave. Oh, willow, tit-willow, tit-willow. Now I feel just as sure as I'm sure that my name is Tit-willow, tit-willow. That was blighted affection that made him exclaim, oh, willow, tit-willow, tit-willow. And if you remain callous and obdurate, I shall perish as he did, and you will know why. Though I probably shall not exclaim as I die, oh, willow, tit-willow, tit-willow.
Did he really die of love?
He really did.
And all on account of a cruel little hen?
Yes.
Poor little chap.
It's an affecting tale, and quite true. I knew the bird intimately.
Did you? He must have been very fond of her.
His devotion was something extraordinary.
Poor little chap. And if I refuse you, will you go and do the same?
At once.
No, you mustn't. Anything but that. Oh, I'm a silly little goose.
You are.
And you promise you won't hate me, even though I might be a little teeny, weeny, wee bit bloodthirsty. Will you?
Hate you? Oh, Katisha, is there not beauty even in bloodthirstiness?
My idea, exactly. There is beauty in the bellow of the blast. There is grandeur in the growling of the gale. There's an eloquent outpouring when the lion is a-roaring and the tiger is a-lashing of his tail.
Yes, I'd like to see the tiger from the Congo or the Niger, and especially when lashing of his tail.
Volcanoes have a splendor that is grim, and earthquakes only terrify the dogs. But to him who's scientific, that is something that's terrific in the falling of a flight of thunderbolts.
Yes, in spite of all my meekness, if I have a little weakness, it's a passion for a flight of thunderbolts. tastes are one. Away we'll go and merrily, merrily, nor tardily, till day is done. There's beauty in extreme old age. Do you fancy you are elderly enough? Information I'm requesting on a subject interesting is a maiden all the better when she's tough.
Throughout this wide dominion, it's the general opinion that a maiden is far better when she's tough.
Are you old enough to marry, do you think?
Oh, yes.
Won't you wait until you're 80 in the shade?
Oh, no.
There's a fascination frantic and a ruin that's romantic. Do you think you are sufficiently decayed?
To the matter that you mention, I have given some attention, and I think I am sufficiently decayed.
If that is so, sing very down, very examinate, very our tastes are one. Away we'll go and merrily, merry, nor tardily, tarry till day is done. If that is so, sing very down, very
examinate, very our tastes
are one. If that is merrily, merry, nor tardily, tarry till day is done. Sing very down, very we'll merrily, merry, nor tardily, tarry till day is done.
How I admire a woman who knows her own mind. Almost as much as I despised the aesthetic movement that blossomed during my reign. All of this art for art's sake nonsense instead of using art to promote morality, which is what it is for. Ugh. The silly clothing the men took to wearing and the poetry they espouse. Ugh. My dear Albert so promoted the industry that gave us the empire, but these aesthetes cast off what they deemed my rigid style. Beware of artists. They mix with all classes of society and are therefore most dangerous. Nevertheless, Patience was an operetta that I very much enjoyed. That poet Bunthorne pretending to be an aesthetic just to get the girls. The anger of the military men when they realize they no longer get the attention of the girls. Oh, it's simply so entertaining.
Well, here we are on the site of our old conquests. But where is the Duke?
Here I am.
Yes. And here are the ladies.
But who is the gentleman in the funny clothes?
I don't know.
He seems rather popular.
Yes, he does. this ridiculous? And is not this preposterous? A thorough-paced absurdity, explain it if you can. Instead of rushing eagerly to cherish us and foster us, they all prefer this melancholy literary man. Instead of slyly peering at us, casting looks endearing at us, blushing at us, flushing at us, flirting with a fan, they're actually sneering at us, fleering at us, jeering at us, pretty sort of treatment for a military man. They're actually sneering at us, fleering at us, jeering at us, pretty sort of treatment for a military man. In a rapid, static way, like a literary man who despises female clay. I hear plainly all they say, 20 lovesick maidens they. He hears plainly all they say, 20 lovesick maidens they. Though, as I remarked before, anyone convinced would be that some transcendental lord is monopolizing me. Round the corner I can see each is kneeling on her knee. Round the corner he can see each is kneeling on her knee. Now is not this ridiculous, and is not this preposterous? A thorough-paced absurdity, ridiculous, preposterous. Explain it if you can. Now is not this ridiculous, and is not this preposterous? A thorough-paced absurdity, explain it if you can. Instead of rushing eagerly to cherish us and foster us, they all prefer this melancholy literary man. Instead of slyly peering at us, casting looks endearing at us, flushing at us, flushing at us, flirting with a fan, they're actually sneering at us, fleering at us, jeering at us, pretty sort of treatment for a military man. They're actually sneering at us, fleering at us, jeering at us, pretty sort of treatment for a military man. Now is not this ridiculous, and is not this preposterous? They all prefer this melancholy literary man. Now is not this ridiculous, and is not this preposterous? They all prefer this melancholy literary man. Now is not this ridiculous, and is not this preposterous?
memories are so rich, aren't they? One afternoon, long after my darling Albert had passed, I requested my courtier to sing a duet from Patience with me. Now, Mr. York, you begin, I instructed. My groom obediently sang to me, Pretty, pretty maiden, will you Then I replied, gentle go to Mary. You know, I was taught singing by Mendelssohn. Oh, there's a young singing girl, much like me, in our next scene. A pair of minstrels come to the Tower of London, where a yeoman of the guard is falsely imprisoned and sentenced to death. Fairfax is not afraid to die, but he doesn't want his evil cousin to inherit his estates, and so wants to marry. Jack Point, the jester, agrees that his beloved Elsie should marry Fairfax to inherit the estate, knowing Fairfax will die within the hour. Phoebe, the daughter of the warden, is in love with Fairfax, and not wishing him to die, has arranged for him to escape and hide disguised as her brother. Elsie, meanwhile, falls in love with the noble Fairfax, to whom she is now married. It is a complicated love quadrangle.
When a wooer goes a-wooing, naught is truer than his time.
Maiden hushing, all pursuing, boldly blushing, bravely coy, bravely coy.
Boldly blushing,
Boldly
bravely
blushing.
coy.
Oh, the happy days of dew.
All the happy days of doing, all the sighing and the suing, when a wooer goes a-wooing, all the sweets that never cloy.
When a brother leaves a sister, for another sister weeps, tears that trickle, tears that blister, 'tis but mickle sister reaps, tears that trickle, tears that blister.
Oh, the dewing and undo.
All the doing and undoing, all the sighing and the suing, when a brother goes a-wooing, and a sobbing sister weeps.
When a jester is outwitted, feelings fester, heart is led, food for fishes only fitted, jester wishes he was dead. Food for fishes only fitted, jester wishes he was dead.
All the doing and undoing, all the sighing and the suing, when a jester goes a-wooing, and he wishes he was dead. Oh, the doing and undoing, all the sighing and the suing, when a jester goes a-wooing, and he wishes he was dead. He wishes he was dead.
Yeomen of the God was such a sad opera. And I told Arthur Sullivan he should write a grand opera, which he did. I knighted him, you know. And many thought it seemed unseemly for him to continue to write comic works. I didn't attend the premiere of Ivanhoe, but instead requested a command performance of Gilbert and Sullivan's latest collaboration. The whole troupe came out to Windsor by train. And at 9, we went over to the Waterloo Gallery. The Gondoliers, was performed by D'Oyly Cart's company of the Savoy Theater. Lasted about 2 hours and a half. The music, which I know and am very fond of, is quite charming throughout and was well acted and sung. I really enjoyed the performance very much.
At last, we can begin our lives in real earnest. What is a bachelor? A mere nothing. He is a chrysalis. He cannot be said to live. He exists.
What a delightful institution marriage is. Why have we wasted all this time? Why weren't we married 10 years ago?
Because you couldn't find anybody nice enough.
Because you were waiting for us.
I suppose that was the reason. We were waiting for you without even knowing it. Hello! Good morning.
If this gentleman is an undertaker, it's a bad omen.
Some sort of ceremony going on?
He is an undertaker. No, a little unimportant family gathering. Nothing in your line.
Somebody's birthday, I suppose.
Yes, mine.
And mine.
And mine.
And mine.
Curious coincidence. And how old may you all be?
It's a rude question, but about 10 minutes.
Remarkably fine children. But surely you are jesting.
In other words, we were married about 10 minutes since.
Married? You don't mean to say that you are married? Yes, we're married. What, both of you? All four of us? Bless my heart. This is extremely awkward.
You don't mind, I suppose.
You were not thinking of either of us for yourself, I presume. Oh, just let me look at him. He was. He's heartbroken.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't.
Now, my man, we want nothing in your line of work today, and if your curiosity is satisfied, you can go.
You mustn't call me your man. It's a liberty. I don't think you know who I am.
Not we indeed. We are jolly Gondoliers.
Yeah!
The sons of Baptista of Palmieri, who led the last revolution. Republicans, heart and soul. We hold all men to be equal. As we abhor oppression, we abhor kings. As we detest vainglory, we detest rank. As we despise effeminacy, we despise wealth. We are Venetian Gondoliers, your equals in everything except our calling, and in that at once, your masters and your servants.
Bless my heart. Well, one of you may be Baptisto's son, for anything I know to the contrary. But the other is no less a personage than the only son of the late King of Beretaria. What? And I trust that it was the one of you who slapped me on the shoulder and called me his man. Not the brother. What? The king of Beretaria. But which is it? What does it matter? Since you are both Republicans and hold kings in detestation, of course you'll abdicate at once. Good morning.
Oh, don't do that.
Now, as to that, of course, there are kings and kings. When I say I detest kings, I mean I detest bad kings.
I see. It's a delicate distinction.
Quite so. Now, I can conceive a kind of king, an ideal king, who would be absolutely unobjectionable, who would abolish taxes and make everything cheap, except gondolas.
And give a great many free entertainments to the gondoliers.
And let off fireworks on the Grand Canal and engage all the gondolas for the occasion.
And scramble money on the Rialto among the gondoliers.
Such a king would be a blessing to his people, and if I were king, that is the sort of king I would be.
And so would I.
Come, I'm glad to find that your objections are not insuperable.
Oh, they're not insuperable.
No, they're not insuperable.
Besides, we're open to conviction.
Yes, they are open to conviction. Oh, they've often been convicted.
Now, our views may have been hastily formed on insufficient grounds. They may be crude, ill-digested, erroneous. Now, I have a very poor opinion of a politician who is not open to conviction.
He's a fine fellow. Yes, that's the sort of politician for my money.
Well, we'll consider it settled. Now, since the country is in a state of insurrection, it is absolutely necessary that you assume the reins of government at once. And until it is ascertained which of you is to be king, I have arranged that you will reign jointly, so that no question may arise hereafter as to the validity of any of your acts.
As one individual?
As one individual.
Like this?
Something like that.
And we may bring our friends with us and give them places about the court?
Of course, that's always done.
Well, I'm convinced.
So am I.
We better be off then. We'll just run home and pack up a few things.
Stop! That will not do it all. Ladies are not admitted.
What?
Not admitted. Not at present. Afterwards, perhaps, we shall see.
Why, you don't mean to tell us you are going to separate us from our wives?
This is extremely awkward. Only for a short time. A few months, after all. What is a few months?
But we've only been married half an hour. That
not give way to this uncalled for grief. Your separation will be very brief. To ascertain which is the king and which the other, to Berta's court I'll bring his foster mother. Her former nursing to convey, she'll be delighted. That settled, let each happy pair be reunited.
Viva, his argument is strong. Viva, will not be parted long. Viva, it will be settled soon. Viva, then comes our honeymoon. Viva, viva, viva.
Then one of us will be a queen and sit on a golden throne, with a crown instead of a hat on her head and diamonds all its own. With a beautiful robe of golden green, I've always understood. I wonder whether she'd wear a feather. It's true. I rather think she should. Oh, tis a blessing I went to be your regular royal queen.
No half and half affair, I mean no half and half affair, but right down regular royal queen.
She'll ride about in a carriage and pair with the king on her left-hand side, and a milk-white horse is a matter of course wherever she wants to ride, with beautiful silver shoes to wear upon her dainty feet, with endless stalks of beautiful frocks, and as much as she wants to eat.
Oh, tis glorious thing I mean to be your regular royal queen. No half and half affair, I mean no half and half affair, but right down regular royal queen.
Whenever she condescends to walk, be sure she'll shine at that, with a haughty stare and a nose in the air and a well-known aristocrat. That elegant, high society talk, she'll bear away the veil with her "How did you?" and her "How are you?" and I trust I see you well.
Oh, tis the worst thing to be a regular royal queen. No half and half affair, I mean no half and half affair, but right down regular royal queen.
And noble lords will scrape and bow and double themselves in two, and open their eyes in blank surprise at whatever she likes to do. And everybody will roundly vow she's fair as flowers in May, and say, how clever, at whatsoever she condescends to say.
Oh, tis a glorious thing I mean to be a regular royal queen. No half and half affair, I mean no half and half affair, but right down regular royal queen. Oh, tis a glorious thing to be a regular royal queen. All right down regular royal queen.
Together we sing as one individual, as I find I'm a king. To my kingdom I bid you all, I'm aware you object to pavilions and palaces, but you'll find I respect your republican fallacies, but you'll find I respect your republican fallacies.
As he only objects to pavilions and palaces, how can they respect our republican fallacies?
For everyone who feels inclined, some posts they undertake to find congenial with his frame of mind, and all shall equal be.
The chancellor and his peruke, the earl, the marquis and the duke, the groom, the butler and the cook, they all shall equal be.
The aristocrat who banks with coots, the aristocrat that hunts and shoots, the aristocrat that cleans my boots, they all shall equal be.
The noble lord who rules the state, the noble lord who cleans the plate,
The noble lord who scrubs the grate, they all shall equal be.
the lord high bishop orthodox, the lord high bishop on the box,
The lord high vagabond in the stocks, they all shall equal be.
for everyone who feels inclined, some posts they undertake to find congenial with his frame of mind, congenial with his frame of mind, and all shall equal be. Sing high, sing low, wherever they go. Sing high, sing low, wherever they go. Wherever they go, wherever they go, they all shall equal be.
Sing high, sing low, wherever they go. Sing high, sing low, wherever they go. Wherever they go, wherever they go, they all shall equal be. The earl, the marquis, and the duke, the groom, the butler, and the cook, the aristocrat who bakes and cooks, the aristocrat who cleans the books, the noble lord who rules the state, the noble lord who scrubs the gate, the lord high bishop, lord the dukes, the vagabond in the sky. For everyone who feels inclined, suppose they undertake to find congenial in his frame of mind, congenial in his frame of mind, and all shall equal be. Then melody, whichever you may be, to you we sing, but do not melody.
The Savoy Theater, built by D'Oyly Cart for these operettas, and here we are, in it. My own box, the gilded proscenium, and all lit by electricity. Oh, have you ever seen such a thing? Oh, it's the very first theater to do so, you know. Oh, the Princess Ida has forsworn men, wise girl, and sequestered herself in a women's university. Her betrothed, Hilarion, along with his two best friends, Cyril and Florian, scale the wall of the university and disguise themselves as women. Oh, their plot is foiled, however, when Florian's sister Psyche, one of Ida's followers, discovers them. Melissa, who has never seen a man before, is fascinated by them and quickly decides Ida's views on marriage should be discarded. Frankly, I think Ida had the right idea.
How marvelously strange! Are these then indeed young men?
Well, yes. Just now we are, but hope by dint of study to become, in time, of course, young women?
Oh, no. Oh, don't do that. Are these indeed men? I've often heard them, but till they never set my eyes on one. They told me men were hideous,
idiotic and deformed. Why, they're as beautiful as women are. As beautiful, they're infinitely more so. Their cheeks have not that pulpy softness one gets so weary of in womankind. Their features are more marked. And oh, their chins! How curious!
I fear it's rather rough.
Oh, don't apologize. I like it so.
A woman of the wisest wit may sometimes be mistaken for an idol's views. I must admit my faith is somewhat shaken for.
On every other point than this, her learning is untainted, oh, but man's a theme with which she is entirely unacquainted, oh, acquainted, oh, acquainted, oh, entirely unacquainted, oh. They jump for joy, gaily out, the truth is found, the truth is found, and bells are ringing through the air, ring here and there and everywhere, and echo forth the joyous sound, the truth is found, the truth is found, and echo forth the joyous sound, the truth is found, the truth is found, and echo forth the joyous sound, the truth is found, the truth is found.
My natural instinct teaches me, and instinct is important. Oh, you're everything you ought to be, and nothing that you ought to know.
That fact was seen at once by you in casual conversation, which is most creditable to your powers of observation, observation, your powers of observation.
They jump for joy and gaily bound, the truth is found, the truth is found, and bells are ringing through the air, ring here and there and everywhere, and echo forth the joyous sound, the truth is found, the truth is found, and echo forth the joyous sound, the truth is found, the truth is found, and echo forth the joyous sound, the truth is found, the truth is found.
Frederick is one of the handsomest of Gilbert's characters. Indentured to the Pirate King until his 21st birthday, he has achieved this great milestone and goes ashore where he stumbles upon a bevy of beauties. Mabel wins his heart, and oh, that girl can sing. She has a most exquisite and powerful and really quite peculiar voice, so round and soft and flexible, and her acting is charming and touching and very natural. It is no wonder that Frederick should fall in love with her, much as my Albert did me.
If such for love as mine,
Henry is one of those people who can only talk of themselves, and that at some length. He spends a great deal of time introducing himself with the most ridiculous rhymes. He seems to know a little bit about everything, and is willing to share. He pleads with the pirates not to take his daughters, little knowing that they are really lords in disguise. When appealed to in my name, the pirates come clean about their heritage. They cannot help but be loyal to me. And the Major General is most amenable to his daughters marrying reformed pirates who are really peers of the realm.
I am the very model of a modern Major General, an information vegetable and a modern mineral. I know the kings of England and I quote the fights historical, from Marathon to Waterloo in order categorical. I'm very well acquainted too with matters mathematical. I understand equations both the simple and quadratical. About binomial theorem I am teeming with a lot of news. With many cheerful facts about the square of the hypotenuse.
With many cheerful facts about the square of the hypotenuse. With many cheerful facts about the square of the hypotenuse. With many cheerful facts about the square of the hypotenuse.
I'm very good at integral and differential calculus. I know the scientific names of beans and homunculus. In short, it matches vegetable, animal, and mineral. I am the very model of a modern Major General.
In short, it matches vegetable, animal, and mineral. He is the very model of a modern Major General.
I know I'm mythic history, King Arthur, and Sir Caradox. I answer Horocruxes, I have a pretty taste for paradox. I quote in elegiacs all the crimes of Heliogabalus. In conics I can flow peculiarities parabolas. I am talented with Raphael's and Gerardo's and Zombies. I know the broken quarters from the crux of Aristophanes, and then I come up with the which I heard the reasons dinner for. Dinner. And whistle all the years that infernal nonsense Pinafore.
And whistle all the years that infernal nonsense Pinafore. And whistle all the years that infernal nonsense Pinafore. And whistle all the years that infernal nonsense Pinafore.
Then I can write a washing bill in Babylonic uniform to tell you every detail of Caradox's uniform. In short, it matters vegetable, animal, and mineral. I am the very model of a modern Major General.
In short, it matters vegetable, animal, and mineral. He is the very model of a modern Major General.
In fact, when I know what is meant by Mamelon and Revelin, when I can tell at sight a Mauser rifle from a javelin, when such affairs and sorties and surprises I'm more wary at, and when I know precisely what is meant by commissariat, when I have learnt what progress hath been made in modern gunnery, when I know more of tactics than a novice in a nunnery, in short, when I've a smattering of elemental strategy. Patsy lethargy. Let's see. I got it. You'll say a better Major General has never sat it.
You'll say a better Major General has never sat it. You'll say a better Major General has never sat it. You'll say a better Major General has never sat it.
For my military knowledge, though I'm plucky and adventurous, has only been brought down to the beginning of the century. But still it matters vegetable, animal, and mineral. I am the very model of a modern Major General.
Still it matters vegetable, animal, and mineral. He is the very model of a modern Major General.
Now to the end of our delightful evening together. Oh, HMS Pinafore, a saucy ship in my service, is the home to some silly class distinctions. The captain is hoping to marry off his daughter Josephine to Sir Joseph, the First Lord of the Admiralty. Josephine herself is in love with Wraith, a lowly sailor on the Pinafore. The crew is willing to mutiny to help the young lovers. Buttercup, a bumboat woman, is in love with the captain, but far beneath him, she also carries a dreadful secret. This puts me in mind of something I once said, and the captain and Sir Joseph would do well to heed my warning. Give my people plenty of beer. Good beer and cheap beer. And you shall have no revolution among them.
Many years ago, when I was young and charming, as some of you may know, I practiced baby farming.
Now this is most alarming. When she was young and charming, she practiced baby farming. Many years ago.
Two tender babes I nursed. One was of low condition, the other upper crust. A regular patrician.
Now this is the position. One was low condition, the other a patrician. How many years ago?
Oh, bitter is my cup. However could I do it? I mixed those children up, and not a creature knew it.
However could you do it? Someday, no doubt, you'll rue it. Although no creature knew it, so many years ago.
In time, each little waif forsook his foster mother. The well-born babe was Rafe. Your captain was the other.
No.
Their foster mother, the one was Rafe, our brother. Our captain was the other. How many years ago?
Then I am to understand that Captain Corcoran and Rafe were exchanged in childhood's happy hours, and that Rafe is really the captain, and the captain is Rafe?
That is the idea I intended to convey. Officially.
And very well you have conveyed it, Miss Buttercup.
Aye, Your Honor.
My father, a common sailor.
Oddities, is it not, my dear?
This is a very singular occurrence. I congratulate you both. Desire that remarkably fine seaman to step forward.
And Conklin, 3 paces to the front. March!
If what?
I don't understand.
If you please.
What?
Perfectly right. If you please.
Oh. If you please.
You are an extremely fine fellow.
Yes, Your Honor.
So it seems that you were Rafe, and Rafe was you.
So it seems, Your Honor.
Then I need not tell you that after this change in your condition, my marriage with your daughter will be absolutely out of the question.
Don't say that, Your Honor. Love levels all ranks.
It does to a considerable extent, but it does not level them as much as that.
Go on, then. Take her, and mind you treat her kindly.
Oh, bliss! Oh, rapture!
Oh, rapture! Oh, bliss!
Sad my lot, and sorry. What shall I do? I cannot live alone.
Fear nothing, for I live all not to desert you. Of soothing comfort your declining days.
No. Don't do that.
Yes, but indeed I'd rather.
Very well, then. Tomorrow morn our vows shall all be plighted. 3 loving pairs on the same day united.
Oh, joy, rapture, unforeseen, the cloudy sky is now serving. The God of day, the orb of love, has hung his ensign high above. The sky is all ablaze
With wooing words and how exciting
takes their hanging out among. And if he finds a maiden's born, they'll never for the chorus join. Dealings in love, dealings.
For he's the captain of the Pinafore,
And a right good captain too.
and though before my fall I was captain of you all, I'm a member of the crew.
And though before his fall he was captain of us all, he's a member of the crew.
I shall marry with a wife in my humble rank of life, and you mine own she. I must wander to and fro, but wherever I may go, I shall never be untrue to thee.
Was never,
No, never,
was never,
hardly ever.
hardly ever be untrue to thee. Then give 3 cheers and 1 cheer more for former captain of the Pinafore. And give 3 cheers and 1 cheer more for the captain of the Pinafore.
For he loves little Buttercup, dear little Buttercup, though I could never tell why. But still he loves Buttercup, poor little Buttercup, sweet little Buttercup mine.
For he loves little Buttercup, dear little Buttercup, though I could never tell why. But still he loves Buttercup, dear little Buttercup, sweet little Buttercup mine.
Monarch of the sea, and when I've married thee, I'll be true to the devotion that my love implants.
Say goodbye to your sisters and your cousins and your aunts, especially your cousins whom you reckon up by dozens.
Say goodbye to your sisters and your cousins and your aunts,